What up? This your boy Crisscross 304 checking in, and you're listening to the community. Happy Monday. Great weekend of basketball once again. But if you're the NBA, the ratings are taking a plunge as the conference finals aren't all they're cracked up to be. First of all, Friday night, the Warriors won on the road and virtually guaranteed themselves the NBA Finals. They're now up 3-0. Last night, the Milwaukee Bucks had an all-around terrible game. Most of its big point scorers did not play well at all, and they still managed to lose in double overtime. So it appears as of right now, unless Toronto can really get this thing turned around and can find a way to either dominate or squeak out a victory in Game 4, that this NBA Finals is going to be Warriors versus Bucks. Of course, it's still a little bit too early. I think we can guarantee the Warriors will be in. But as far as Toronto and Milwaukee, we still have some games to be played. Giannis Antetokounmpo did not have a good game last night. Kawhi Leonard, on the other hand, for the Raptors, went off with 36 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. So that series is at 2-1. And again, it's not all that exciting. In the second round, you had some big games like the Rockets and the Warriors going 6 games, and the Rockets at home in Game 6 had an opportunity to force a Game 7. Just couldn't do it. Then the Raptors hitting that big shot by Kawhi Leonard in Game 7 at the buzzer. So lots of excitement in round 2 has now been deflated in the conference finals. The Western Conference, again, being dominated by the Warriors. The Eastern Conference, you can say, being dominated by the Milwaukee Bucks, and even when they do have a bad game, they just barely lose in double overtime. So assuming for a minute that it will be the Bucks and the Warriors in the NBA Finals, what chances do you give the Bucks to beat the Warriors, who are playing at a very high level right now? Very good team basketball, and oddly enough, almost look better without Kevin Durant. Well, I shouldn't say better, but playing at an equal level to that of Kevin Durant. But it seems as though the ball movement is even better. Kevin Durant not being in the lineup doesn't give the Warriors a person that must force up shots and things of that nature, but instead they move the ball around, they find the open guy, and it makes them dangerous. And especially in transition, when they create steals in the third quarter, as we've seen, when they create steals, which happen to be a lot of them in the third quarter, we've seen them explode, absolutely explode in the third quarter in all 3 games, and that gives them a 3-0 lead. In Game 3, the Trailblazers led by as much as 14 points. But that lead quickly vanished in the third quarter. Very similar to that of Game 2. So the Trailblazers seem to be on their way out. The Warriors seem to be on their way to the NBA Finals. And the Eastern Conference Finals between the Bucks and the Raptors is still up in the air. But is this good for the NBA? For the Warriors to get back? You have no LeBron James on the other side. You do have Giannis, the Greek Freak, Antetokounmpo. But for most of the mainstream people, who is Giannis Antetokounmpo? Who is the Greek Freak? Well, they're going to get to see him when he gets to the NBA Finals. But unlike LeBron James, he's not going to bring a lot of fans to the NBA Finals. When the Warriors meet their Eastern Conference opponent, if we find the series at 2-1 or 2-2, something of that nature, then maybe people start to jump in and start watching the final few games. The NBA Finals will probably have good viewership in Game 1, but depending on how that game goes will determine how many people tune in for Games 2, 3, and even Game 4. Hopefully for the NBA, you got a 2-1 situation and not a 3-0 in the finals, because that will cause viewership to completely drop off and ratings will hit the bucket. That's a situation in the NBA as of right now. Stay tuned. We'll be back with segment 2. This is your boy Crisscross 304. You're listening to The Community, episode number 19. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with you after this. Why won't they just back off? Get off me. Why am I feeling so anxious? Move out the way, I'm so anxious. I'm feeling so anxious. So anxious. Why am I feeling so anxious? Move out the way, I'm so anxious. I'm feeling so anxious, so anxious, so anxious. I keep talking, just listen. Going for a ride on an endless mission. Got tickets, free admission. Feeling so sick, can't wait for intermission. Shouting back and forth, it's always fun, never bored. But I'm so stressed all the way to the core. Don't say a word, check your feelings at the door. Sounding kinda crazy, can't be here no more. Fucking with the devil, yeah, I'm on a higher level. Dance around the stage like a fighter in a cage. Feeling so trippy, do you mess with that sticky? That sticky yicky yicky got me feeling so trippy. Why am I feeling so anxious? Move out the way, I'm so anxious. I'm feeling so anxious. So anxious. Why am I feeling so anxious? Move out the way, I'm so anxious. I'm feeling so anxious, so anxious, so anxious. Social anxiety, it keeps stressing me. All these people want control just like the enemy.